Hey everybody, my name is Mikeyo, and it's time to kickstart your week with some crowdsourcing. Guess what, guys? We're in episode 13, which means, or not 13, we're in 14 now, because I was going to say that 13's behind us, which 13 is my lucky number, but a lot of people, I don't know, they frown upon the old 13 number, that sort of thing. But we're in 14 now, so rest assured, we're moving forward into a wonderful direction. Right probably underneath my arm here is some the stuff that we covered last week in a very enhanced video montage, if it's going great, which I hope it is. Thumbs up? Yep. Okay. So, a couple of news. First of all, the Bear Simulator that we covered last week actually got funded relatively quickly. So they do have plenty of time left to check them out, back them up, get part of that game, because Bear Simulator looks great. And actually, after this recording, I'm gonna click the button. Give him a little backy poo, which you guys should do too. So with all that aside, we got a new week. Did I say a couple things? Yes. Also, our Kickstarter here at Beals, Lord Ten's Battle Arena, it's in its final week, and what we're doing is we're not exactly sure if the project gets successful or not. If it does not, we are still going to be honoring the games for those who backed us. So even if you put money down, it doesn't go through. When the game actually officially releases, we're still going to be giving you your copies of the game. And actually, Mikeyo threw a little freebie out there. We're even going down to the dollar pledges here. I made the executive decision. I stamped it with my seal of approval. And so even if you donate $1, you'll at least get 2 copies of the game. So, and then of course, whatever pledge gets you the more copies and that sort of thing. So rest assured, if the project does not get successfully funded, we are still going to celebrate by you guys, or giving stuff to you guys when the game officially launches. Which keep us in your thoughts, and we'll go update you as the project moves forward. So anyway, regardless of all that, let's see what we got this week on Kickstart Your Week. If you like zombie survival games, then you need to check out this awesome little game called Grave. Grave is a zombie survival game, just like I said, has night and day elements, but the key thing that it does that no other zombie game, to the best of Mikeyo's knowledge, which is not that great, is that it uses no weapons. Crazy, huh? How do you survive these like zombies? And actually, I shouldn't call them zombies. They're more like monsters, actually, but they look like zombies to me in the when I was watching the footage of it. But you're actually using created light sources. So like, for example, flashlights and gasoline with a little bit of fuel, some flares and stuff like that. The neat thing about the game is that the creators boast that they didn't want to necessarily make it a random universe every single time you play the game, or as it starts out randomly generating a world one time, but the fact that after the night comes, in the day, things change. The game itself looks beautiful. I actually thought I was watching a movie at first, or a cinematic done by amazing visual artists, just to, give you something to tease you about and the game be different. But the actual components, visually, are astounding. Definitely want to check them out. And unfortunately, Mikey is a little bit slow on the whole feed here. But the creators of the game is Tristan Paris Moore. They're looking to raise $30,000 by April 28th. A couple neat little notes. $5 obviously give you credits in the name, but they also give you a demo on it. They have an early backer digital copy of the story mode of the game for $10, and you can get a regular for $15. And oh man, there's lots of ands here. For $20, actually gets you not only early backer full game, but you also get to survive the night mode. So definitely check them out. And then one other quick thing that I just realized that Mikeyo forgot to say is that there's this neat little virtual reality app called Ocular. And so they're making this game not only that you can play on a 2D monitor, but you can play in a 3D world. How awesome is that? So check them out on the old Kickstarter today. You live on a planet that was living happily and peacefully, and then all of a sudden, without warning, the planet stopped spinning. And physically, as in like physics, we all know from going to school that when a planet stops spinning, there's no gravitational pull and everyone flies off. That makes sense to you? But guess what? We're not going to think about all that right now. We're going to chalk it up. The magical things are at hand right now. You play a character named Amon, who is a desert scavenger who has to basically figure out kind of what's going on in the world, stop a war from happening, and preventing magical cultists from getting their hands in everything and making everything bad. In this game called, of course I just paused it and my thing went like that, called Earthlock Festival of Magic. The game the game looks really interesting as you it boasts on rich non-linear gameplay, turn-based combat. You can build and improve your own home bases, environmental puzzles, gorgeous overworld with a retro feel. So definitely check them out. The name of the company that's looking for it, and apologize because I had to go back one little steppy poo. Sorry, that's my bad. Okay. The name of the developers are making the game is Snow Castle Games. They're looking to raise $150,000 by April 11th. $1 gets you informed about what's happening. $20 back gets you a digital copy of the game, and $25 gets you a game and soundtracks. Definitely check them out. I'm interested to see how this game plays out, especially with the whole world not spending. Well, it's kind of interesting. So definitely check them out on the old Kickstarter today. If you like Civilization style games, then you need to check out a little game called Hero Generations. It's an awesome looking game that has a very unique mechanic that this guy here has not seen before. It's basically you have a grid out going on. You have a character that not only will go on adventures, but you can also have a little social aspect of the game where you can either go for fame or settle down and have a family and stuff like that. Go out, try to find your soulmate in the world of chaos. Find your soulmate and then have kids. But what makes this game truly unique is that for every one square that the character moves, they age 1 year. So you only have a certain amount of time before your character perishes. So that's pretty cool. And so if you got a monster that's like about 5 or 6 squares away, it's going to take you 5-6 years to get to him, which is really neat because if you think about all the fantasy storybooks that are out there, that especially the really, really big ones that made a trilogy of, there like many years, if not decades have gone by where the hero goes and then eventually they come back. Get what I'm going with that? So that's what's really unique. But another unique thing, just in case I didn't blow your mind with the whole 1 year, one space thing, is that when you die, if you had a kid, then you assume the role of them, and then they're generated by your decisions and outtakes of what you decide on in the game. So if you chose poorly, as got a nice little email on my phone. If you chose poorly, your kids' attributes will actually also be poor too. So make those great decisions and check out the game. Now, I already mentioned before, the name of the game is Hero Generations. The name of the guy who's making it's called his name Scott Brody. He's looking to raise $32,000 by April 25th. $10 gets you a DRM free copy of the game when it released on PC. $15 gets you a soundtrack, and $20 gets you not only get you everything else, but get you beta access and your name in the early bird special. So definitely check them out because it's really neat. I was actually very happy about it. And is this the game? No, it's not the game. It's going to be the next game that's going to have that too. But definitely check them out. It's worth the look and worth the back. You're just putting that little bug in your ear. All right? So check them out today. And that's it for Kickstart Your Week this week. My name is Mikeyo. If you have yourself a Kickstart project, if you got a project about to happen, starting to happen, going on, happening, stuff like that, you see something that catches your eyes, just like over there, off the camera there, caught my eye. It's nothing Kickstart related, but if it did to you, send me a link. You can follow me on Twitter at Mikeyo the DJ. You can send me emails, mikeyo@bealsoftware.com. Of course, all the fun, fantastic, extra content that we do on Kickstart Your Week, you can watch on kickstartyourweek.tv. Catch out the last 24. And of course, if you like us, if you like me, you can subscribe and get some daily feeds and whatnot. So, that's it for this week, and we'll see you next time.